Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today, and I'm coming at you giving you a video on something that I've been using that has been assisting me with being productive in my weight loss journey. Now, um, what I'm about to share is not something maybe that you would use. You may choose another option. I'm not trying to convince you, I'm not trying to convert you. What I'm just simply doing is expressing what I do. That's it, and that's all. So, that way, if you see any results, um, you're able to know what I've been doing behind the scenes, so to speak, that has been assisting me to get to that level or to get to that place where I'm being productive in the weight loss. Now, a lot of people use juicing as a form of weight loss, also a form of detoxing, and just a form of overall healthy living to get in your vitamin and nutrient intake that sometimes we overlook when we're just eating our regular foods. A lot of our foods are dead foods, weighted down with overprocessed ingredients, things that we can't pronounce, things that are not great for our body. And a lot of people incorporate juicing because of that. Now, juicing is a cheaper way than just buying juices. Okay. And when I'm saying juicing or juices, I'm not talking about your apple juice from concentrate, in your aisle 9 in your grocery store. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that actually use fresh ingredients, vegetables, um, fruits, and they actually use their juice machine and produce fresh fruits or fresh um, juices. That's the juicing I'm talking about. Um, now, even though it's a healthier way, because A, you know exactly what's in it. B, you're able to come up with all kinds of concoctions and, basically figure out what's great for your palate and also great for your body. And C, it is cheaper. It's more economical to do than to reach for your pre-made juices that you find in your produce department in your local food market. But I don't have time always to juice. I do own a juicing machine. And even though it's cheaper to do it that way, even though it's more healthy, even though it's fresher, and even though it's even more packed with vitamins and nutrients because of the freshness, I'm not able to do that. So, what I've been doing is when I'm not able to actually fresh juice, um, I grab these juices that I'm going to share with you guys. Now, this is just one I'm going to share with you an empty bottle, but it's just basically just to show you guys what I use. All right. Now, um, many of you already know that what I do is I do one solid meal a day. And then the other meal I do is, or the other meals I do are either juices or protein shakes. And that's what I've been doing, and that's been working for me thus far. So right now I'm on the green machine, and this is the Naked Boost 100% juice smoothie, blended juice smoothie with other ingredients, all natural fruits and boosts. Looks weird, tastes amazing. That's what it says. That's not my words, that's theirs. And it definitely does look weird. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But it's 32 ounces, no sugar added. This is the $5 bottle. Um, you can get it in your local food market in the produce section. Has to be where fresh produce is. You often can find things like your tofu products as well there. But this is the 32 ounces. Again, it's usually about $5. You can get it in a smaller bottle, but the smaller bottle is about 20. It's about how many ounces you get? I think you get about 12 ounces. I know you don't get as much as you get in a soda bottle, and that's like $2.99. Sometimes you can catch it on sale, two for $5. But basically it's like $3. So this is just a better way to go as far as spending money if you're going to buy a bottled juice. Now they do have other brands, you guys, but I have heard better things about the Naked juices. Again, As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm just going to reiterate it. You may choose fresh juices. I know that that may be better for you, and I know that it is more economical. However, me being that I'm trying to do so many different things at once, me being as far as the convenience of juicing, right now this is great for me. Again, just sharing what I do. We're going to go over some of the nutrients and the nutritional value of it. Um, and it just simply reads, I do like this about it. Whenever you're embarking on something like a weight loss journey or something like that, it's always great to be able, like a rule of thumb is, being able to pronounce what's actually in your food. When you're getting into uh, red number 42 and all these words that have like 25 letters in it, when you're getting into that, that's something to make you go, maybe I should not eat that, or maybe I should eat very little of that. That's just like a rule of thumb. So whenever you're having a product or have a product that you can actually pronounce everything and everything is recognizable, then that's a great thing. You're going in the right direction. Okay. The ingredients list: apple juice, mango puree, pineapple juice, banana, kiwi puree, natural flavors, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, wheatgrass, parsley, ginger root, blue-green algae, odorless garlic. That's the ingredients. Um, Not everybody, prefers to drink bottled juices like this. Um, some people try to oppose what they're doing onto others. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I hope none of you are trying to do that as well. I'm just simply sharing. As far as carb intake, because you know that I do watch my carbs, I am not on Atkins induction like I was about 8 months ago. That is not where I'm at. I am at a level where I make sure I keep my carbs at a minimum. I am at a level where I know that counting my carbs, because I am a carb junkie, produces great results for me versus just counting calories. So I am one that focuses mainly on my carb intake because that is what works for me. So I'm able to have this because if I was in induction, I wouldn't be able to have this. And I'm going to show to you why. First of all, the fruits that are in here are not low carb fruits. And you know that whenever you're worrying about like your carb intake, you want to stay away from the higher carb fruits, even though they're healthy. It's just that the sugars in it, the natural sugars, you don't want to have in your diet. Or if you do have it, you want to keep it at a minimum. As far as if you want to intake fruit, you are to stay on the lower spectrum of the scale. And that's geared towards like berries and melons and things like that. So the fruits that I named off clearly are not low carb fruits. But I'm able to have it again because I just watch what I have for the rest of the day. I may have this, and then my actual solid meal may only have like 2 carbs in it. So that's why it's basically a balance. And I'm learning that it's not the food that I have to be afraid of. It's the relationship I have with food. And it's also the balance that works for me. Not what I see everybody else doing. Not what I see Keisha down the street doing. Not because I know my cousin lost 35 pounds on low calorie. No, I have to learn what works for me. So um, I'm able to have this because I've learned the balance. Even if I don't always do it, even if I'm not always productive doing it because I don't stick to it, that's not the point. The point is I know what works. It's just basically doing those things that I know works and finding that balance. Now, the total carbs is 33 grams, you guys. So that's a lot of carbs, and that's per 8 ounces. But again, this is my meal. And say if I want to keep my carbs at a minimum of like 80 carbs a day. That sounds like a lot, but the average person eats much more carbs than that. If you look at that bread, that sandwich that you had, matter of fact, look at that 2 sandwiches you had. Look at those condiments you put on that sandwich. that barbecue sauce that you had on that chicken, those mashed potatoes that you had, those starches, that rice with that beef and that gravy that you had. Once you add that up overall in a whole day, once you had those apples and pineapples, great items, healthy items, but still higher in carbs. Once you add that up overall in a day, the average person consumes a lot of carbs. And if your body does not process carbs correctly, properly, as it was intended to, you're going to wind up blowing up. So that's why for people that are addicted to carbs, decreasing your carbs drastically from the average amount that you usually have to the amount that you're going down to, like maybe 80 or 60 or even 50, it's going to produce results, because with change, results have to follow. If you're used to consuming 300 carbs a day, yes, that sounds like a big number, but guess what? Many of you consume that if you watch it. If you actually sit down, even if you're eating healthy, if you actually sit down and add up your carbs for those foods that you eat, sometimes it can range between 200 to 300 carbs. Yes, it can. So once you add up that compared to decrease it to 50 carbs, with change, results have to follow. So this is something, again, that I use. I also use the Mighty Mango. That's already gone. This will last me like 2 days, you guys, because again, I do eat a solid food and I also have a protein shake. So that saves me money and it balances out how much I spend. Also, it gives me something different from my palate. Now, as far as what's inside of here, I'm going to name off spirulina, or spirulina, chlorella, broccoli, spinach, blue-green algae, garlic, barley grass, wheatgrass, ginger, parsley, 5 apples, 1 banana, 1 kiwi, 1/3 of a mango, and a hint of a pineapple. That's what's in here. And all of the nectar juices state on the back what's the breakdown, the milligrams, the portions, and all of that, all on the back of the bottle. So this is what I've been using. I hope this has helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. Quickly, I'll go over the Mighty Mango. This is all fruit, and this is 36 carbs as well. 2.5 mangoes, 1.5 oranges, 3.5 apples, 1/3 of a banana, and a hint of lemon. That's what's in here. So this one is just all fruit. So I don't use this one that often. I usually get this one. It looks terrible, you guys. It looks terrible. Okay, I'm not going to try to gross you out, but it looks like diarrhea, a little bit baby poop to me. But yeah, I'm sorry. But it does not taste funny. It does not taste bad, you guys. You really do taste the fruit. It has a hint of, you can tell that it's some vegetables in it. But that's a good thing. Once you've trained your palate, you're going to actually like the taste of vegetables. So, but the green one is always better. It's just like with any other vegetables you have. They always tell you anything green you want to gravitate to, because that is usually the one that is packed with a lot more nutrients than, say, any other kind of vegetables. So, yeah, so as far as nutrient level, the green machine is a really good one. It does give you energy. It does make you feel better because you're eating more live food than you're eating over processed foods. And I just think it's really convenient. It's not that expensive when you're given the fact that, like I said, I'll drink this. Say if you drink one of these a day, okay, $5. If you go to Subway or if you go to McDonald's, you're going to spend about $5 there too. So you're not really spending a lot more money than you normally would. It's just that you're making wiser choices. That's all it is. So what I do is, so I don't have to go to the market all the time, I may get like 4 of these a week and just put them in my fridge, and just don't open them until I'm ready to drink it. And that's what I do. And that's been working for me. So on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time, but I really wanted to thoroughly explain to you why I've chosen to have these juices, the benefits of this, and also the benefits of regular or natural juicing, that many of you guys do, because maybe you have the time to do it. But this is just a great alternative for me. And so far, thus far it's been working. So on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and be blessed.